Before I dive into this video, let me be very clear. This game is awesome. It has great gameplay, awesome soundtrack, the enemy designs are polished, and although the voice acting is a little cheesy in places, it's still a top-notch title that is sadly underrated. I thoroughly recommend anyone to check out this game if they can track it down or get it off the PlayStation Network. You'll have a blast. This video is not a review of the game itself, it is just a few thoughts that I have on the game, namely what it has the potential of becoming, and also comments on a plot twist, which to be really honest, is downright awful. I'll summarize the plot quickly, but be warned there are spoilers in this video, so don't watch any further if you don't want to be spoiled. You have been warned. The game begins in a quaint town, and Utah Fate, a genetically engineered soldier, has been sent on his first mission, and after he has dispatched some heavy vehicles, proceeds to his target. To his horror, Utah discovers that he has attacked a civilian population, and out of reluctance is ordered by his commanding officer to completely burn the town and its population to the ground. We jump 7 years into the future, and Utah is serving a 300-year prison sentence. Yes, 300 years. I kid you not, that's how long his sentence is in the manual. And we learn that he is part of a convict platoon that has been sent to destroy a warship by the name of Dante. Dante's superweapon is so powerful that it can eliminate an entire planet from only 3 million kilometers away. Henry O'Hara, the leader of this operation, states that by disguising themselves as Planet's Union of Justice ships, their army will invade the Dante from the inside and destroy it from within. Dante's crew sees through the ruse and the entire platoon is killed in the process, leaving its only survivors to be Utah, Henry, and the other crew members present with them. Machino Tafone, a professional spy, John Loss, a guerrilla fighter, and Tim Palmer, a resourceful pilot, with another bomber named Benoit Mandenabro presumed missing. Utah is forced to take on a barrage of soldiers, mechs, bioweapons, and other threats as he journeys through the Dante to fulfill his mission, as well as rescuing Henry after she has been captured. Utah makes it to the top of Dante, only to learn that its commanding officers are dead and Benoit is responsible. Benoit explains that Brain, Dante's central core, doesn't need a crew to command it, as it can make autonomous decisions on its own. Benoit leaves and he detaches the command center from the ship, leaving Utah stranded. After that, Utah is rescued, and the group punch a hole in the ship, get inside, and Utah takes Benoit down. Benoit himself presumably merged himself with Dante's core so that he could continue its mission, but upon defeat explains that Brain has now been shut down, and he is left to die by Utah as Dante begins to explode. Utah is stuck on the ship while the others escape, leave, and Dante itself explodes. Henry resigns her commission, and 3 years later is seen in her room, and to her surprise, Utah is alive and well. Now here's the problem I have found in the plot after Benoit's defeat. And no, it's not Utah getting off the ship that's the problem. It's the information Benoit gives before he dies. Benoit says that he was the one who was giving orders to Utah 7 years before the game occurs. So Benoit claims that he was the commanding officer who guided Utah on his first mission. That's absurd! Where on earth did that idea come from? We're never given hints, even in the dialogue, that somehow Benoit was the one commanding Utah at all. Yeah, you could infer that Benoit was using a voice changer of sorts to disguise himself, and perhaps Benoit acted differently in Utah's presence so as to not arouse suspicion. But even granting that, what makes the player think that Benoit is the one giving orders in the opening scene? The game never says. Also, I know it's rare that in some organizations that you do meet the higher-ups, but wouldn't Utah have met his commanding officer before his first mission? Maybe in a debriefing perhaps, an inspection of troops, a congratulations on training successfully, and finishing it correctly, etc. This plot twist is ruined by the fact that there is no reason for this move to be taken. It is the most forced, artificial, contrived plot twists I have ever come across. If you thought the Mandarin plot twist in Iron Man 3 was absurd, which I didn't, I thought it was funny, though I kind of wanted to see the original Mandarin, then this plot twist in Silent Bomber should have you scratching your head in amazement at just how absurd it is. As Confused Matthew said in his review of The Lion King, and his statement applies here very forcefully, I might add, it is the textbook definition of contrived. But other than that, the game is still pretty awesome. This game is too good for this one hiccup to bring the whole thing down. Even something as completely artificial as this plot twist. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of people like this game, but to be honest, the plot twist was just unnecessarily shoehorned into the game without any exegetical basis for it. But anyway, regarding this game as a whole, I wouldn't mind seeing a movie or a comic series based off this game. It has the potential to be not only outstanding entertainment, but also it would house well-written, fleshed-out characters with their own stories and backstories. You could propel this series into greatness with the right people behind it and have something truly outstanding, much like Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Maybe perhaps it could have an expanded universe like Star Wars has. And in terms of a live-action movie, or even a live-action series, I wouldn't mind seeing Dane DeHaan playing Utah. Now that would be awesome. Let me know who you would think would play the characters. That's really all I have to say on this, so thank you for taking the time to watch.